Greetings humanity. We are here once again. I am Jim. I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Frostpunk because it seems to be impossible not to. I feel as though there was a time when I didn't play Frostpunk, but I can't remember it anymore. No, it's not that bad. I haven't started losing my mind in that way just yet. Soon, though. Yeah. So we are here. We're getting ready to keep going on the scenario. We might be close to the end of the scenario. Maybe. I don't know. It depends on if there are any further objectives after we clear the one that we have remaining. So we'll see. I just wanted to jump in and see if we can clear that objective. And so we're going to go ahead and leap into that. Let me just fix one or two things over here. And we will begin doing all the things. Yeah! Or at least some of them. We are doing the Fall of Winterhome. Once again, as a reminder, as we're jumping into this is a somewhat survival-based city building thing. And it is a situation in which we have a lot going on. Let me go ahead and adjust one or two things there. Okay, good. We took over from the previous captain who passed some very unpopular laws and kind of wrecked the town, and there was a big uprising, and a lot of buildings burned. And we are trying to clear away the wreckage. We've been pretty good about it so far. When all the trees near a sawmill are cut down, dismantle it and find a good location for a new one. Again, as a reminder, just of the content warnings here, this game has apocalyptic themes, illness, death by cold, starvation, colonialism, and child mortality. So please do whatever you need to protect yourself. Right now, we're in a cold snap. Or a cold couple of days. We've got our discontent down to 0 right now, despite the bad food, but the pub is making up for it, is my headcanon. We're trying to reach 50% hope, and we're getting close. We only have 2 days left to complete our objective down here, and you see we turned the generator on, we removed at least 30 ruins. We reduced discontent to 20%, which was that marker there. But we still haven't raised hope to 50, so we really need to do that within the next 2 days. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. There's a lot, you see, more open space now because we've cleared so much. It is very cold. It's minus 58 Fahrenheit. All these areas are freezing. These areas are very cold, and it's not working hours right now, so we don't have as much going on. We do have people fighting in the arena. We have 2 arenas. We have people fighting in both arenas. And many spectators. That helps keep discontent down in that area. We just got a factory. And when they come back to work in the morning, they're going to start working on prostheses. Each one takes 10 steel. We have a good amount of steel. We currently have also, just as a reminder, as we're looking all of these things over, we have 589 citizens, 71 of which are not currently working. 66 of those are children because our predecessor signed a child labor law. And we have 5 idle workers. We have no idle engineers currently, but there are engineers who are I think they are healing. I know we found a bunch of engineers, or a few of the 4 engineers. I think we found. Maybe we've already put them to work here, didn't we? Yes, we did, in the factory where they will make prostheses, because we have 39 amputees right now. So hopefully we'll be able to deal with that. 15 of the children are prohibited from working, which is interesting. I'm curious about that. Oh, maybe those were all the ones that were over here. There are only 10 of those over here. I don't know where that figure comes from, but that's okay. In a little while, we can pass a new law. Right now, we're working on more scouts. Don't know if that's going to end up being useful or not, depending on how things are timed, but, you know, plenty of things we can still get in the meantime. I mean, I want to get the difference engine, but also there are other things, because, you know, upping the efficiency of the generator is not a bad thing. We seem to be doing okay at the moment, though. Our coal situation, we are just barely in front of where we need to be. With all of our various sources of coal. This is our lumber. No people currently directly at a bunch of wooden ruins that are still there. There's still a number of steel ruins we haven't quite gotten everything out of, but we'll get there, and then we have steel works. We have 3 coal mines, for goodness sake. We're getting just barely enough. When the temperature goes back up, it'll be interesting. Our food balance is just a little underneath where we need it to be, so we need to do something about that soon. I guess we can build another hunter's hangar. I didn't realize we were beneath where we needed to be. We push people over to standard meals. And yet they're still complaining about bad food. Not sure what that's about. 12 citizens in treatment. There are various places. We have infirmaries, medical posts. Many without patients. We might pull... We don't have a lot of people sick right now, which is great. Because everywhere people are living, it's currently livable, except for the houses that have more insulation. Because they are not in a heat zone currently. It's a thing to think about. We'll see what we can do, ultimately. But, where are we? What are we doing? I don't know. Guess we're just waiting. We're gonna wait for everybody to wake up. And we're missing someone from the coal pile. I'm sure it'll be fine. We have some workers available. Should I go ahead and put one there? Let's hang back on that. We could build another hunter's hangar right now if we wanted to. We do have the resources. But we don't have people to put there. That's the thing. Each hangar takes, what, 15 workers? So that in itself is kind of an issue. That's part of the reason, I think, why I was wanting to do the difference engine also, so we can get Flying Hunter's gear and maybe make it so that we don't need quite as many of them. But we'll see. We'll see. Hunting tactics will no longer be useful to us because we no longer have hunters' huts. Only hangars. We'll see where we are with all of this. There's a bunch of stuff we need. That's right. Yeah, we were aiming at getting the difference engine research going as soon as we could, but I guess we're just not there yet. Okay. Back to all of this. Like, I think we're okay for now. We will have some people get hungry. Oxygen. Anyway. We have people at the pub. No people at the pub. It is after midnight, though. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Someone getting sick. People do get sick overnight. It could be someone in one of the houses because they're chilly. One of these. One of these, I should say. Oh, hey! Oh my gosh. Hey! Greetings, Vivid Muse. Hey, how's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. Much appreciated. We are doing Frostpunk at the moment. And I'm just basically trying to figure out what I'm doing once again. Hello. I'll go ahead and hold off for just a second. Whilst I wave at everyone in chat. Hello. How's it going? I hope your stream went well. Yeah, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Mostly, let me show you what's being said right now. Yeah, right now this we're doing some DLC. This is the fall of Winterhome. This is a scenario where the previous captain who was in charge of this town mismanaged it. So there's a lot of trying to get everything under control. Our last thing we have to do is we have to get hope up to 50%. And then we'll be done with this set of goals. I don't know if there are any more goals after it. It might be the end of the scenario very soon. We'll see. I am enjoying it, to answer your question. It's for some reason, this game is horribly addictive to me. I'm not incredibly good at doing these kinds of games quickly. They take me quite a while, but I can't stop playing them. It's an odd thing. Oh my god, like that one guy from Bandcamp. We don't. Well, you know. I mean, people sometimes have a need to do certain things in their life that can only be done when there are musical instruments involved. Yeah. That's how life works sometimes. But yes, thank you so much for coming. It's good to see you. I'm going to be trying to now. What we've had happen most recently is we've had scouts that have been out here. That are going out trying desperately to gather more and more resources if we can, so that we can do more projects. I don't even know if they're going to make it back in time before our objective is reached, but we're going to find out. But yes, folks, go and check out Vivid Muse's stuff because it is very cool. There's it plays games that I have not played for some time, and I really need to get back to one of these days. This is a trailer that the third Dreadnought was hauling. They came here in Dreadnoughts. World's covered in ice, they fled north, basically, because apparently that was a good idea. We're checking out this trailer. Ah! I must hop to the other side of the screen. Okay, too heavy a burden. Now, please also, by the way, Please keep in mind the content warnings. Do whatever you need to protect yourselves if some of this stuff gets too heavy. There's a lot of death and cold and starvation and child mortality and things of that nature may come up here. But too heavy a burden. This is one of the enormous cargo trailers designed to be hauled by the dreadnoughts. They carried all kinds of goods, from construction materials to coal and food rations, to scout sledges and steam cores. The trailer is balanced precariously on the edge of a deep ravine. We could take the supplies that can be safely reached, or risk entering the trailer to carry out more. So this is where we save the game and try both, I think. So you take only what can be safely reached. Resources will be taken. That's 177 steel and a steam core. That's not bad. Risk carrying out as much as you can is... what could possibly go wrong? We get a second steam core and more steel. Or leave the trailer intact and we decide what to do later. I meant to say... I usually save before each of these things. I'm going to do that for right now. Right this second. I'm going to save the game again. Here is trailer. Alright. Okay, now let's unwittingly send some people, see if we're sending some people to their deaths. And find out, see how that goes. I'm sure it's fine. Nope. The scouts failed to respond to repeated calls. They probably fell into the ravine with the trailer. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's try that again. This is what in the old days we called save scumming. Alright. Let's see. Have you met Mr. Murphy? He has a few laws. I used to have a calendar with them on them back in the day. We delighted in such. Remember calendars? Remember those things? They used to be physical things that sat on your desk. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I liked them. I thought they were funny. I liked them quite a bit. I'm gonna just hit this one more time just to see if the death happens again. We managed to carry out plenty of supplies before 367 steel and 2 steam cores before the trailer fell into the ravine with a thunderous clatter. Excellent. Too heavy a burden. Well, there we are. Okay, it's randomized. But the scouts appear to be okay, which is good. And we now have 3 steam cores total. And we can finally head back. Now that's another dreadnought we decided to leave intact for some reason. I can't remember why. Do this. It'll take a day and 9 hours for them to get back. Ah. Oh. Ooh. Let me go over here. Lenium is saying, I still use physical calendars. It's nice to have a physical and visual tool. But then I am old. I understand. I totally get it. I too have the old. And I have gone largely digital at this point. But every now and then I do wonder, would it be a good idea to have a physical calendar? Maybe. My problem is that with the desk calendars that you tear... I used to like the desk calendars you could tear the pages off of every day. But the problem that I had with it was that I have terrible ADHD, and basically we'd get like a month or two in, and then I'd just sort of stop and not do it anymore. You miss a few days, and it's like, eh. So that is an issue that I had. That unfortunately is just, just my brain chemistry. It's what it does to itself. But that's how it goes. All right, we're now rising up all of our flying hunters to go and go and hunt for food. Let's see. Suffer severe CRS, PTSD, and anxiety due to my PTSD. You know. Yeah. No, I see you. Yeah. It's yeah. I have a number of these things as well, and I hear you. I hear you. Every day, just gotta live one day at a time. But we can now make a new law if we so desire. But let's ruin a few more lives. Let's see. Okay. Now, finally. See, we have a lot of things. We have a few things we could still do over here, but they're all... I mean, the emergency shift might not hurt. But, sometimes one moment at a time. I mean, you did that, yeah. That I, you know, you gotta do that some days. Some hours. So, like, a bunch of these laws, I'm actually not gonna touch any of these right now. I'm considering the emergency shift because we're okay for discontent, but, I keep clicking off of it. We're gonna go over here to purpose. And we're given a choice between House of Prayer and Neighborhood Watch. And I did the House of Prayer last time. Oh, no worries. Absolutely. Feel free to lurk to your heart's content. Lurk to your heart's content. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy your dinner. And it was really good seeing you. Thank you for coming by. But, we're gonna go with Neighborhood Watch. This is the discipline route. See, we have the faith route or the discipline route, and we're sort of alternating. We did the faith route last time, so I'm going the discipline route. We're probably not gonna get to see a lot of it, but the important thing about the watchtowers, if we have a Neighborhood Watch, we need to mobilize and stand together to help people in need and protect them from troublemakers. And we don't get to sign another law for a day and a half, but the watchtowers increase the hope of people living nearby, so that's why we need it, because we're trying to hit that objective within the next 2 days. And we have to build 2 watchtowers, which is fine. They don't cost that much. 15 wood and 5 steel, so we're going to sign that.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
A neighborhood watch shall be established and watchtowers built. So now I just have to figure out where to put the watchtowers, but that's... I would say that's a future me problem, but future me is now. Oh, I just saved. It's fine. Okay, so now order! Order. Watchtowers. We now have the order tab. People working near watchtowers are protected by their neighbors serving as watchmen so they feel safer and are more hopeful. Base heating level is 1. So I need to put it in a heat zone. And I'm going to need workers. Alright. Looking to see what we have. There's not a lot of people, but you know. Figuring out where we have maximum coverage and where there's space. We're gonna need a bunch of these freaking things. Let's see, over here it's not in a heat zone. Over here it is. This is a pretty good cluster of folks. And over here, not really much in the way of people. So, yeah, I'm thinking here and over here might be good. I mean, there's room in the central heat zone now, probably, for these things, but we don't really have as many people there because the previous captain laid everything out very foolishly. Where's the most coverage? Right about there, looks like. Okay, you go there, and then we'll build some street so you can have people get to you. Need to see. There you go. A bit of street. We'll see how these two do. As you can see now, we have this goal now at the bottom. Watchtowers, build and man 2 watchtowers. We have 3 days to do it. We're just going to do it immediately. We're going to build the watchtowers immediately. We still need people for it, so that's going to be sort of a little accounting trick. We're going to have to figure that out. If we can, I'd like to free people up, but it's going to take some doing. Let's see. It's also very windy outside right now. One, two, three, four, 5. Can't really get a bunch of these. Don't really have any places for them. Not moving, essential buildings. Which I guess is a thing we could try to do. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, that's better than... It's not nothing. We can put one there. That will also raise hope. Back here, there's just not a lot to work with. We have to move some things. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, we'll see if the ones we built are enough, and if they're not, then we'll figure out. We'll evict some people and move them to another place, so we can get more watchtowers in. Discontent. Overcrowded medical facilities again, which is kind of nuts because we have so many of them, and we could probably deal, but it'll vary. I feel safer knowing my neighbor is watching my back. Good, we need someone to help keep the peace and watch for trouble. Yes. That's clearly what we're doing. Let's see. What is happening? Okay. We're gonna have daylight soon. Another 4 hours. There will be more people here with coal. Wondering if we should build another storage facility for to house more lumber. Don't know. We now have this situation where we have these watchtowers. We have a couple of functional watchtowers. And we need somehow to put people in there. We have people for one of them. Let me put them in the one that is covering more. Tiny bit more. Oh, that's a tiny bit more. Oh, we're going to need so much more hope. Oh, boy. Okay. It's chilly in the watchtower right now. And this other one, we need 5 people. We can probably pull them from somewhere. You wake up one morning, congratulations, you're in the watch. I mean, once we get, you know what, actually, once we get these, once we start getting production on these prostheses, that'll help also. Because that'll free up more folks. Hopefully more workers. Because we've got right now 39 amputees. And temperature's going to come back up again soon, which is nice. Let me see. So I'm trying to avoid using engineers, but we'll see what we have happening. So we have 15 people at every hunter's hangar, and I wish I could reduce that number, but I can't until we have this final. Oh, well, no, we could do it with the difference engine. We just need, it's 2 things of research, and I don't know if we have that much time, but we'll see. What are we looking for here? Who can I pull from where? And the answer is a bit grim. I'll be able to shut down one of the coal thumpers soon, probably, when it gets a little warmer. So that might be something. Yeah, I think that might be what we're looking for. Okay. Planning. Okay. We do not have much time. And I hope for some more events that'll get hope up. And move on, chaps. There's plenty of work to do. We survived another night. That has to count for something. Yep. Several somethings, we hope. And I just shut down that medical post. For a time. And yet I left the heater on. Out of my mind? I see the hunters are returning. Yeah, you know what? No, we're gonna do 5 at a time.
The work shift starts.
Okay. We are starting our shift. Oh, we're at full capacity for food. That's a thing. We're also bringing a crapload of steel back, so that'll be interesting. Actually, but that's not for another day, so we'll scramble and do projects when the time comes for that. I need to try to get some folks into this watchtower. What is our medical situation looking like? Are there any places that are currently have no patients, but they have staff? Yes. Okay. This is a little risky. I'm going to put engineers in the other watchtower for now. I don't want to do this, but I will. And I will shut down also this medical post. We'll shut down that one. Go ahead and shut down that one. And we shall now put 5 of those engineers in the watchtower. Watchtower's built. There we are. As promised, you built and manned watchtowers to maintain order in the city. Hope rises. Okay, let's see what kind of boost we get from that. A tiny one. Okay. Well. Oh, there it is. Ah, a little bit of hope. Ah, wait. We're getting so close. But another thing's happening. Hang on. Yet another thing. Silence in the ruins. Sir, we keep listening to the ruins. Sir, we keep listening, but the ruins are deathly silent. We've done everything we can, but we have to accept that there's no chance of finding any more survivors. I see. From fire and riots. Yeah, at this point, I mean, we've grabbed as many ruins. Oh, and hope went down again. That's great. That's wonderful. I don't know if there was any way to avoid that. That's a lot. I wonder... Yeah, a lot of these gathering posts are not functioning currently because we are full up on lumber. I wonder if I can make yet another guard tower. We really need to increase our hope. This unpopular decision will probably... There's only 170 living near a watchtower or a guard station. See, I need to get that number up somehow. But I'm not sure how to do that. Unless I move some homes, which is not the worst thing in the world. Maybe I should just focus on doing that. Maybe that's what I should be doing. We sit here kind of trying to save up for the difference engine, which we can get to in a few hours. How much more time? About 2 hours. About 1 hour, it says, so it'll be... We'll have a little time. Alright. But we'll need 75 steel for it, and... We only have so much. And ultimately, I mean, yeah, I'm going to be able to pull some people out of the... Like I said a little bit ago, we'll be able to pull some people from the thumpers once we've got... Ooh. So, mild frostbite. A citizen became gravely ill. More scouts researched. Okay, good. We can now make more scouts. If only we had the people to spare. But, let's deal with this. So the scout research is done. Mild frostbite. Someone became very ill. That sucks. We might have another amputee shortly and have an even 40 of them. So, 73 in just a couple. In just a moment, I can start on the difference engine, and I'd like to do that if we can. It's the middle of the day, so we'll have more steel before the end. It's gonna be close. We have a day and 10 hours as of right now to meet this goal. And our hope just dropped from other issues. What are you talking about? There are plenty of people to spare, or else. Hey, Sphinx. Yes. Yes, there's a... Gotta figure that out. Oh no! Another thing! What now again? Frostbite. Oh, that's the frostbite we just looked at. One of our people has become gravely ill due to frostbite. This will keep happening if people have to work in such cold. I see. Most places that I have people are not cold. They are chilly. So I am wondering. I mean, they'd have to be working, there'd be a low risk of being gravely ill. I see what he's saying. Did hope drop again? I mean, like, I see what he's saying, but, I think the only people that I have currently in cold conditions maybe are at the, the coal piles. And we'll see what has to happen, but, we'll try and fix it. Prostheses are being made. We are very slowly getting to where we need to go. This is good. Okay. But yeah, we now only have 38 amputees. And we have a free worker, which means somebody got a prosthetic. Which is great. Difference engine happening now. We're out of steel. It'll only be a moment. And they have a few more to make down there. And people will come to get them. Okay. Momentarily, we're going to need to try to build more watchtowers. But we have to wait until we have steel available. Watchtower is 5 steel. Good. Okay. What's this building? This is the factory. I mean, this isn't nothing. This is another 5 dwellings. I could put one here. One, two, let me see this. One, two, three, four. And the care house. Yeah, maybe. I think we're going to start over here. The care house has more people, but at the same time, it's going to have fewer people. And I'm trying to figure out where we're going to get the most coverage of our citizenry. Here we get four housing units. Here we get 3. That's the thing. The previous captain just scattered things all over the place. 1, 2. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a good spot. Granted, there's some here we can't reach, but this is good. That's a good spot. And they're just waiting for the necessary steel to make more prosthetics. It's gonna be a slow process. More wooden ruins depleted. Yay. Good, good. Trying to figure out where the somebody's homeless. Ah! We're gonna need to build another house. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. People are now moving out of the care facility once they get their prosthetics. So that's an issue. That we're gonna kind of need to deal with. Building a house is going to take 25 steel. Building a bunkhouse will take 10. We can't do less than a bunkhouse for this. Yep, and they just took the steel for a prosthetic. I think we'll have enough. If we don't, then that will be a problem. A lot of issues here. Okay, good. Gonna build a bunkhouse. Here, why don't I build it somewhere where it's close to one of these new watchtowers? There may be room here. Probably not there. I don't think. Well, maybe. Maybe there. Oh, is it ready? It is ready. You need to put some people over there. It's a very slow process. Okay. What's our coal situation looking like here? It looks like we got 2 days worth of coal. Tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead and pull everyone off of this coal pile. I think we'll be okay. And I'm gonna put some folks in this watchtower, and that will raise hope a little bit. I'm gonna need many more of these to pull this off in the amount of time that we have. Okay. Let's see. What are we doing? All right. Yes, we need another bunk. We need a place for people to live. Ah, okay, I could put someone right there, and that would be both near a watchtower and inside a heat zone. So we'll do that. And then the one person who's now... Oh, it's really only going to be one more person, but I guess every bit counts. That was the thing we needed badly to do, if nothing else. Wow.
End of shift. Go rest all who can.
We only have so much time. Soon we'll have less than a day. The next law we're going to try to sign. Which? Just trying to see if I think we might be able to sign one more law before our deadline. 19 hours, 51 minutes cooldown. 1 day, 3 hours on this one. It'll be tight. But we can sign like one more law. Let me see if either of these increase hope when you sign them. Morning Gathering. Morning Gatherings will slightly raise hope from time to time. Hope will rise slightly. Or Guard Station. Oh no, Discontent rises if you do this one, but let's see. You have to build 2 guard stations. Guard stations raise the hope of people living nearby. Guard stations lower the discontent of people living nearby. You can use guards to break up protests. You'll have to build 2 guard stations. Discontent will rise slightly. So, yeah, if we do this... Honestly, I think we're gonna do just as well with the Morning Gathering. I think. We'll have to see how it goes. Just try to build more, you know, once the steel comes in, I think, you know, one way to try to min-max this is just build a bunch of guard towers. See how that works, if at all. You have 240 people now living near a watchtower or a guard station. Eh, 3 people currently homeless because they got kicked out of the care house. There we go. Now we have a bunkhouse for them. $250 living near Watchtower Guard. Oh, good. They just populated it. That's helpful. Okay, we're into free time. I could try to use this steel to build one more tower. What I would like is to have a little more coverage than that. Let's see. We could get 4 more houses if I put that. Well, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, 5 more if I put it there. Which that would be nothing to sneeze at. Kind of already talked about this one as being also 5. I wonder if, well, let me see now. If we took out some streets down here, I am wondering about available space there. Would not be enough. This is interesting. 1, 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, including a care house. Let's see if we can get that one over there too. We cannot. It just depends on where we choose to place it. difficult to see. You have to, like, count who's where. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, still just 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because you'd have to take that out. We can't get more than 5 at a time, it looks like. Much though I try to. I think putting one near the care house would not be a bad idea. Those are the ruins of a guardhouse. If we had that removed, it'd be easier. Maybe. Would it? As it is, we've got... This would be like 5. Like if I could somehow straddle this down there. If I could somehow put them like there. No, I can't. I can't. And that bleeds into where the hangar is. So that's not going to work. We can try putting this here and hope for the best. Yeah! Watch placement. See what we can do. Oh, we could place one more. I mean, at this point, it's worth doing. Just trying to inch closer to more hope. This was another 5 houses. And it's inside a heat zone, so... And I'm just gonna do it. And because I pulled folks out of that coal pile, we have the workers available to stand watch. How did pulling them out of the coal pile affect things? Oh, it's very close. We're consuming 8 more coal a day right now than we're producing. One of those things. Okay. Put you folks in there. The hope rises just a bit. Oh, this is rough. And 5 people are hungry. Okay. Now 6. Okay. So now we have 358 of our citizens living near a watchtower or guard station. And we may be hitting that point of desperation where we tear down some houses and rebuild them near the... Rebuild them near the watchtowers. Got patience here? Yes. we have someone available. If we fail this scenario, I'm gonna have to. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may try again, but I'll have to make a decision as to how far back to go. We just weren't able to generate enough hope in time. Yeah. In a little under 5 hours, we'll have these. I know what we're gonna do with the steam cores at this point. Build automatons. Gonna move on, chaps. There's plenty of work to do. Okay, we have, let's see, a little under 17 hours left to achieve this goal. Oh, boy. I do not think I left myself enough time. But it's getting warmer, so maybe that'll help a little. Okay. Yay. Now I can rearrange some things. We'll have to see what we're doing. Currently, coal balance isn't looking great, so I need to turn the steam level back down. Right now, everyone's toasty warm. Unfortunately, it won't last. Good luck, they shout while sharpening some pitchforks. I know, right? Like, I'd really like an extension on this deadline. We're gonna take it back down to steam level 1, heavens help us. Now we gotta see what our heater situation is. I better wait until work starts, and then I'll figure it out.
The work shift starts.
Okay. Now that the work shift has started, God, we just need a tiny bit more hope. We're so close. Okay, let's see where we are. We have a hunter's hangar, 2 hunter's hangars, and a workshop here. Yeah, I think we can turn this off. We don't have anyone else. Well, we do have these coal mines, but I'd rather just turn on the heaters. I think we're gonna turn that off. Turn these on. Our wooden ruins have been depleted. Yeah, and it's just as warm. Let's see, over here, we're gonna turn the heaters on in these places. And we're going to turn the hubs off. There we go. Okay. Let's see. These places are livable. They're fine. Wooden ruins. Yeah, there may be some gathering going on. Maybe. But I mean, we're doing everything through gathering posts, so that's probably okay. Let me see where we are right now. Oh yeah, the coal balance is a lot better right now. Because I turned the whole thing down. I turned the city down. Bunkhouses, yeah, we're gonna anywhere where there are people, we're gonna keep these. We're gonna keep the steam hubs going. So I guess this is the last area where I have to figure out if I want to keep the steam hub going or not, just to heat these ruins. We don't have people in these ruins. We just have gathering posts, I think, doing stuff. So we're gonna turn the heaters on and the hub off. And I think that'll take care of it. Okay. That looks decent. Okay. We do have a coal thumper over here that's chilly, but I believe it's not operating. So that's fine. These gathering posts also... they have not been functioning for some time. Let's just go ahead and remove folks from there. Because they have nothing to do right now. We do not need to send people there. Okay. That's where we are with this. We need... What do we have? We have, we have 4 adult workers available. 75 children available. We're gonna need... What? We have 1 in palliative care. Oh, okay. Which we can do thanks to the infirmary, but we need to free up some more adults. So that I can put them in... So that I can turn them into members of the Watch. Because we really need to do this. Let me see where we are right now. Our situation, our strategy. I put a tower there, it will help no one. We could get 4 houses if we were there. Somehow. We can get 4 if we put one here. See, that's only 2. Yeah, that's only 1 additional. We can get 2 additional there. 4 if I put it here, but that's not... is that inside a heat zone? It is. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's not bad. This seems to be the most promising thus far. And back over here. Okay. So, like, we can get 4 if we go here. What's this? It's a medical post. And we can get 4 if we go here. Okay. Well, I guess those are our next candidates. What we gotta do. We'll see how much that helps. See if that combined with signing a new law in 5.5 hours is enough. Scout units number 1 have returned safely to the city, bringing 510 steel and 3 steam cores. I mean, can we build some automatons? That seems to be where we are now. Actually, no, I think we're just going to build more prostheses. I think that'll help. Granted, I'm going to need to build more houses, but that's not a bad thing, actually. Because I can build them near the watchtower. Let me save here, because the scouts bringing that steel is gonna change things up a bit. Resume. Yes, and for your reward, we're sending you back out into Frostland. So, if I go this way, they'd hit the weather station, and then eventually they would, come across, because we did this the first time, they would come to a bridge, go across a ravine, and then hit a place that we can turn into an outpost to deliver more steel. But I don't know what happens if we send them this way to the snow cliff. And we're now at a point that I don't think more steel is going to help. So I'm going to send them to the snow cliff. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Currently, 34 amputees. So potentially we'd need 4 more houses if we give them all prosthetics. Prostheses. Let's take a look here. Housing. We have 11 vacant beds. It says 5 in care houses. We have 50 bunkhouses with 494 people, so we have 6 vacancies in bunkhouses. The houses are full, I think. That's a 6, right? Yes, okay. I can read. No more tents. We don't do that anymore. We eschew tents now. So we have 6 spaces in bunkhouses that'll need to fill up. So that means we only need to build 3 more houses. And I'm going to do that right next to the right next to those. Okay. So this means 34 amputees. Each prosthesis, each prosthetic is 10 steel. So that means it would be 340 steel for us to do this. bunkhouses are 10 steel apiece. I'm not worried about our supply of lumber. We're fine there. So that's just another 30 steel. So we should have enough. Famous last words. Let's see kind of how this plays out. We're gonna put this into overdrive now. We are making 34 of these things. That is our mandate, 34. We'll see how fast they can make them. And I'm gonna go ahead and build 3 bunkhouses to prepare for this. And I'm gonna build them near these watchtowers. That one's still being built, but you know, it'll be fine. Because it'll be in a heat zone. Any more obvious things that we need to... Any more obvious places we need to put these? We could just go here, right? Like right next to that watchtower. And in the zone there, so 2 there. Like 1 there. And we should be okay, I imagine. We have 19 workers currently available, which is good. Because we will need them for these watchtowers that are now in place. I don't know how this is gonna go. Or how fast they're gonna make the prosthetics. What's gonna happen with these laws. And they're only at 80 some odd percent. Right now, they're only at 80% because someone is sick. The gathering post resource, however, has been depleted, so this means that I can actually free up anyone who's in this gathering post. They have nothing, which is fine. I can now disband this gathering post full of children. Dismantle the building. I am at a point now that I don't think I'm even trying to gather any more wreckage. We could, I mean, we could, I suppose. What's our situation with that? I mean, part of it is that we keep filling up with lumber, so we can't actually do any gathering. That's the thing. This watchtower being built. Okay. No, it's good. Okay. Good. Put people there. Please hope. Please increase hope. I need you to hope. Give me your hope. 392 living near a watchtower or a guard station. We've still got like 200 citizens we can, we got 11 hours left. The difference engine has been researched. Yay. Engine researched. Now I can kind of see where we are with that. If there's any final thing I want to do. We have 11 hours left. Ah! But here we are. We now have access to this level of stuff. So under heating, we could do Steam hub efficiency, so it uses less coal. 33% less coal. That's nothing to sneeze at. Generator efficiency. Reduce that by 10%. We could do advanced heaters to burn even more brightly and use more coal. Additional scouts. Putting additional scout teams at the beacon. Streamlined prostheses is a potential thing, so that it costs only 5 steel to make. And then optimized prostheses, I assume, does something different from that. Under resources, we've unlocked nothing down here. We have to do gathering post insulation to get that. Let's see, steam steelworks. I mean, we could start working on some of these other things now that we have more steam cores. We have 4 steam cores, so I mean, having even more steel might not be a bad thing. Steam coal mine. But I feel as though we're not going to make it to that. Flying Hunter's Gear was the one I had in mind, because that... Let's see. Thanks to better weapons and enhanced detection, hunters setting out from the hunter's hangar will return with more raw food from each hunt, up to 45 raw food per hunt. So, does not in fact reduce the number of hunters in each place, so that's not great. Infirmary checklists, heal people 15% faster, that's not bad. House redesign. Houses cost 10 wood and 10 steel less to build. I feel like we're actually not going to need that, though. That's the sad thing. So, did we do this for nothing? No, not nothing. But not nearly as much as I'd have liked. So let's see. We could err on the side of more coal. Or we could just say to heck with it and try to make the prostheses cheaper so that we have more steel left over to do stuff. I guess we could do that. As everything else, I don't think we're going to make it to where we need to be for any of these other things to matter. I could be wrong. I'm just going to go ahead and do this, because that's the only thing that's going to directly affect our progress on anything else that we have going on, and that's, you know, within the next 11 hours. We'll see. I didn't even check to see how long this is going to take. 10 hours. At the regular rate. Which, they're saying about 8 hours. They're not going to get it in time. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. I think, at this point. We're banking on... having enough hope from these towers that we're building to make a difference. God, we're so close. In this place, they're making them as fast as they can. Okay, let's put people in this tower. Tiny bit more hope. Good Lord. Ah! Oh no. I worry about this. There's a symbol there. Oh dear. Welp. This may tank our ability to finish this game. We'll see. Timely intervention. Well, never mind. Sir, a child climbed the generator, slipped and fell, but was thankfully caught by a neighborhood watch member who was on patrol nearby. He then escorted the child to his mother and gave them both a good talking to. It could have ended with a broken leg or worse if it weren't for our watchmen, the neighbor commented. We're lucky to have them. I'm glad it ended well. Is hope going to rise? I'd appreciate it. No. Dang it. Okay. So that's... Okay, steel ruins depleted, gathering post depleted. Okay. Well, that gathering... So much for that gathering post. So turn that off. And dismantle that building. We have 442 people living near a watchtower or a guard station. Is there anywhere else? That's basically all we have left now. The only tricks we have left. This medical post is currently non-existent. Let me just tear it down so that I can put a guard tower there. I am desperate. If only I could, like, put this here. But I would have to destroy the pub. And that's bringing hope, so I can't do that. Or I'd have to dismantle this cookhouse. Honestly, we have a second cookhouse. We could get 3 more houses if I dismantle the cookhouse. We have a watchtower here for that one house. There for that one house. Not terribly efficient. That's a coal thumper. I dismantle the coal thumper. We can get 4 more. If I put it there, then it would be inside the heat zone still. That's why I want to put that there. I understand. I understand my own instructions. You know what? I think maybe we're just going to go for broke, and I understand that we appear to be out of our mind. But this is where we are with this. $56 coal an hour. What are you doing? Desperation. We must have hope. I must harvest their hope. You have only 8 hours to harvest enough hope to feed our machines. Okay, give me a second. Before I start disassembling anything, let's see if signing a law will help. Okay. Morning gathering. It's the only law that immediately increases hope. The only reason I might sign the law for guard stations is if they have a greater radius, which they might. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to sign this. Ah! We did it!
New law in the city.
Every day we'll start with a morning gathering to keep the spirits up. We hit. It was just enough. Okay. I don't have to tear down the coal thumper. That's good. Okay, let's see where we are then. As you can see, the goal is gone. So we might... Are we good? Are we good? Let's find out. This could be it. This could be it. Hope restored. Winterhome is recovered under your able management. Your people will now follow you through thick and thin, convinced that you are the right leader for these trying and troubled times. Now we must find out what's wrong with the generator. Oh yeah, that thing that they mentioned briefly at the beginning. First, we need to research and build the repair station so we can examine the generator. There's more. Okay. All right, I got this. We're good. I didn't know. That's the thing, is I didn't know if another goal was going to pop up. So, like, clearly another goal is about to pop up. So... Yay, they shout, clearly hiding their sharpened pitchforks and knives. God, that was so close. I cannot tell you how close that was. Oh, jeez. We had only like 8 hours left. Okay. They did briefly talk about having to find out what's wrong with the generator at the very beginning. Okay, a repair station. I don't even know what that is. Okay, so let's find out. Before I dive into this, I'm gonna need just a second to calm my brain down. My God. Skin of the teeth. Okay, let's see. Examine the generator, it says, is the new goal. Research the repair station. So that's the thing we got. We have 2 days and 7 hours to do all of these. Some of them were in shanking distance. I believe it. I believe they were just waiting right there. It's hilarious. Okay, and it's also gonna... So it's going to drop 1 level in a couple of days, and then the day after that it'll drop another level. So we've still got problems we have to solve. Oy. Maybe I shouldn't have done the research on the prostheses. Maybe they should be doing something else. Who knows? Anyway, they've got to research the repair station. They've got to build and man the repair station. And they've got to research the cause of the generator's malfunction in the repair station. Okay. We're about halfway through here. I need just a moment. I need just a moment to calm down. And I'll be right back in just a second. That was hilarious. Okay. Hi, folks. So we're going to figure out what we need to about this repair station. We have a new tutorial item. Repair station. The repair station is a facility needed to inspect the malfunctioning generator and repair it. It must be placed on a spot by the generator. Okay. The repair station employs engineers only. The engineers employed in the repair station will start repairs immediately after a malfunction. The more engineers that are employed, the sooner the repairs will be completed. Leaving them employed in the repair station when the generator is operating is normally not necessary, but can limit the severity of malfunctions, making them easier and faster to fix. So we might end up... This is new. We may end up having to clear some space. We'll see. Maybe not. We're gonna have to figure out the engineer situation. Okay. So that's happening. Good Lord. That was so freaking close. I'm still just sort of in awe of the whole thing. Okay. So we gotta figure that out. Therein is a thing we must know. Okay. So... right now we're working on streamlined prostheses. Where would we research the repair station and how? It's over here. This takes 8 hours and 10 lumber to research. So the question is, do we abandon our current research or do we let it play out? We're almost halfway through. It's not going to finish today. We have it says about 4 hours left, and that would put it into 1900 hours, and so we're nothing we can do there. We have 2 days and 7 hours, it says, to do all 3 of these things. And so I guess it just depends how long it will take to do what we need to do. I feel as though it might be a foolhardy move to, yeah, I think I'm gonna err on the side of caution here and abort the streamlined prostheses research. I mean, right now it says research rate is 130%, which is why it's only 4 hours away. But it's not gonna work out. And I mean, honestly, anything we would have started researching. That's the thing. We could have picked something else, and we still, for the purpose of timing, maybe we were gonna have to stop it. Let me go ahead and figure this out. Core tackling. Oh, sorry, that's not a core, it's a generator. That's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and abort so that we can just start the research on the repair station. I think that's gonna be better. We start that immediately. and actually just get that going. Okay. And then might be a good idea to research steam coal mines and such. You know, those things that I eschewed earlier. Because it might be helpful. We're gonna need also, here's another problem. It would be really great if we had a large resource depot. But that's another thing that I need to research. But it would be great so that we could hold the amount of coal that we're, the ridiculous amount of coal we're gonna need to store. I'm okay with us, you know, being full up on lumber right now, and you know, having, you know, the wood bracket is full, but I don't know if we're gonna need more than 780 wood at a time, but no, maybe we could use more meals at a time, but yeah, we're okay, just barely. It's a thing. The steel situation is one that we also maybe we need to up this. Yeah, there are several things we need to figure out and work on. But we're gonna do this one first. It'll be good to meet with everyone each morning. We could use a reminder of what we're fighting for every day. Finally, they're talking about the law that I just signed that got us over the over where we needed to be. What is our coal situation as far as storage goes? 7550. So, like, given where we are with that, I would not mind building more storage for coal just in case. There's a bunch of stuff we could be building right now, actually. Come to think of it. Oh yes, I was tearing down that medical post so I could put another watchtower there. Maybe we should do that. Trust, it's a difficult thing. Anyway. Oh, my head. Okay. I was trying to figure out what do we need? I think we kind of have enough healthcare facilities. The only reason I would... Yeah, we're going to need these steam cores for resources, I'm pretty sure. The only other thing I can think that we might want to do, just at the moment, we could build a charcoal kiln in case we need suddenly to get rid of, you know, since we have this overage of wood. Or we could... What was the thing we were... I mean, so I was thinking about, you know, resource depot. But, dang it. The infirmary has 10 beds. And 20 patients, because we signed the overcrowding law. That's twice as much as a medical post. Houses. That's what I was thinking about. These are 25 steel apiece. We don't have very many right now, and the ones that we have are not inside a heat zone, as far as I'm aware. Or most of them aren't. Okay, that one is. So, like, we could also start working on, you know, replacing some of these bunkhouses with actual houses. Which would cost quite a bit of steel, but is doable. The only thing that I'm hesitant about is I don't know how much steel will we need to build this repair station. 20! That's not that much. Also, you know, when these folks get where they're going, you know, eventually I want to get back to the weather station, but we'll see how things go. Replacing a bunch of these bunkhouses with regular houses, not a terrible idea. We're still chugging away, trying to get the prosthetics made. The good news is now we have time.
Workday ends. It's time off.
So, as this goes, let me actually look at something. Getting another steam hub here would actually take care of these houses, but that's its own issue. No, I mean, now that we've shut down these steam hubs, we will need to, we might need to turn them on again. So, sometime soon. There's a lot we need to figure out. Research stopped. So they're a little less than halfway there. Okay. Harry Beauchamp. Lots of things to figure out. I just don't know where we are resource-wise. That's the only reason I'm hesitant to just start throwing houses down here. Because we're only going to have so much steel. This is going to go fast. I'd kind of like to have another source of steel before we do this, of course, where I've got these folks out. I decided on a whim to send them to a place that is everybody sick? It's zero efficiency from this watchtower. Let me also look and see, once again, the ruins that we have. Now that I'm thinking about it. What kind of situation are they in? These wooden ruins, that doesn't matter. We can't gather anything from them because we're full up. That's that would be a reason to get production going on that again. Let me see what we have left. We have these two steel former towers. Only chilly there. I mean, it could work. But getting a gathering post, well, I mean, they can just put one right there. That would not be unreasonable. What else do we have left? It's just... Yeah, it's just these two. And these two. And is that it? That's everything. Wow. We are almost completely finished with the, with getting rid of the ruins. And even if we're just putting a gathering post next to... Yeah, it's... the funny thing, really. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see the value in doing this. Okay. So we're gonna do this. Final gathering. The final gathering! Sounds much more ominous than it is. Okay. So I'm gonna do gathering posts for these last few unresolved places. Because that'll ultimately use fewer people. Is there a Steam Hub anywhere around here? No? There is not. Gathering post dedicated just to that one. No, that's alright. That'll help out. There's the Steam Hub. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put it there. And we are also going to build some more resource depots. You can never have enough resource depots, I say. So I guess we could put them around here. Doesn't really matter where we put them so much, because they're... It's fine. We don't have to put them in a heat zone, though. That's the thing. And I'm trying to see where the heat zones would be if we ended up doing that. It is kind of funny. Okay. So we can put one here. And one here. Just going like just outside of the these things. Do I want another one? Just, you know, just for kicks. Before too much else happens. It wouldn't be a terrible idea. Just so that we have one... Yeah. Yeah. Probably use several more. That's okay. 3 is good. 3 is a good number. So we're gonna need to find people to inhabit these gathering posts. We can, the ones that are heated. I mean, they're heated. We can probably put children in there. They're in heat zones. They'll be okay. Heavens help us. Everything will be fine. And scouts have reached the snow cliff. Alright. Okay. Steam cores. Near the base of the cliff, Some dark forms are visible, buried deep under the ice and snow. Maybe steam cores. Mysterious find. Several huge crates are buried here, exactly like the ones used to protect steam cores during transport. We'll dig them out. Sites discovered Lone Boulder, Freshwater Springs. Dig out the steam core. One steam core. Okay. That's fine. So now, here's our choice. We can go to, let's see, we have Freshwater Springs out here. We can see distant glimmers of sun playing on the surface of water. Unfrozen water here points to the presence of freshwater springs. Interesting. Okay. That'll take 14 hours. Lone Boulder. This place is the only thing standing out in the endless white desert. Okay, that's probably a jumping off point for more. Or we could go ahead and do this little route. Now that we know... I'd really like to get the steel station going if we can. I don't know if we can. I think we could do that. That's 20 hours. Wait a minute. Or I could just bring this steam core back in 6 hours and just... That might shave some time off. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. So we'll do that. Do I want to use some of these workers? I need them for gathering. No, you know what? Let's just do it. We've got the extra scout ability. Not an outpost team. That's the outpost depot. We can make more scouts. That's a coal thumper. Where's the beacon? There it is. We'll make some more scouts. Why not? Let's finally have another scouting team. So we can send them down to these Freshwater Springs, 19 hours. Snow Cliff, 6 hours. You know what is hilarious to me now? Yeah. We're gonna do a do-si-do here. They will go to the weather station. That'll take 13 hours. And you, instead, will head down to check out these freshwater springs. That seems interesting. Carrying that steam core. There we go. We have the ability and the resources to make another scouting team. Now is the time to do it. Now is the time to do it. Okay. We spent the research on it, for goodness sake. Let's freaking make use of it. How are we going here? 28 left. And 28 amputees left. I'm just making enough for however many we have. Oh. One moment. You just have to take care of a thing real quick. Which I can do from right here. I'm very pleased that that Automod seems to be stepping up its game. There we go. Actually, I put in a thing to recognize there, so that probably helped. Okay, a phrase to recognize. Good. While I'm here, I can find out what this little ping was. Okay, good. That's good. All right. There we are. All right. Back to this. We've gone 2 hours now. I will go a little bit further. But I will have to try to stop myself at some point. I do not know if I will be capable of stopping myself. As we've seen, I don't have a great track record with that. But we'll do what we can. Okay. I'm just gonna, yeah, we'll warm it up. It'll be fine. Oh, okay, here we go. So coal here. wood here. And then we're building a third one, and I think we're gonna go for, I don't know which of these we're gonna go for, but it'll be one of them. Should I build a fourth? Just so we have one of each and we don't have to worry? Why would I do something that... Why would I do something that far-sighted? Why would I be that insightful? I also don't really want to put it in a... Yeah, there we go. Alright. Yeah, put it near the snow pit. Yeah, next to this other one. There, that way we can have as much raw food, and you know, if we end up with more food, we can do it that way. Which we seem to have a problem with people going hungry still. Okay, this is in a livable place. Great. I mean, they signed the child labor law. I may as well. Anywhere they're not as much in as much danger, I can put them there. See, it's fine. There we go. That'll help. We have these couple of things now. As we add people to the workforce, always helpful. Okay, you will be raw food for now. I just realized how ominous that sounded. I didn't mean it to sound that ominous. You will store raw food for now. I'm talking to a building, for God's sake. Who knows? One more hunter's hangar wouldn't be a bad thing, given, you know, that we don't have a lot of a lead, but you know, we need people to work there. That's the problem. Well, hang on. A hothouse. We have steam cores. If we do another hothouse, we could... you know... It's not a terrible idea. And, food rations. There we go, and we now have them for everything. We now have storage facilities for everything. Extra storage facilities. Resource depots. So that might help. Oof. Okay. Was I going to go ahead and just put a guard tower up there? Not a guard tower, it's a watchtower. Oh, right, yes. Of course. That's what it is. Oh! Ah! Evening? I don't... issue? Evening? Generator condition worsens. Yay. Sir, odd creaking noises were heard from the generator last night. It seems that whatever the problem is, it's getting worse. Rumors have started circulating in the city. People are afraid that the generator will break down again. We must inspect it right away. I see. Generator stress rises. Discontent rises. Yay. We're going as fast as we can. Ooh. We're gonna need to build another More arenas or something. Know what's gonna happen. Oh, great. That's fabulous. What are the other things we could research if we wanted to? As far as all of this goes, overdrive couplings. No, that just doesn't stabilize anything. Safety bypass. No, that won't help. Efficiency, that's all we can do. Ah, good lord. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure everything will be fine. Everything is not fine. The house redesign is something to look at, though. Soon. Like the house redesign, there's so many things we still need. Large resource depot, house redesign, infirmary stuff maybe. Flying Hunter's gear actually would alleviate the food problem completely. Well, maybe not completely. It's not really a problem right now, that's the thing. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of research we still need to complete, and we don't have enough engineers to up what we have, and we're already going to have to reallocate our engineers, most of whom are in medical facilities, to deal with this. It's going to be a heck of a thing. Get to work. Can't let up now. Discontent went down again. At least we're alive. Not everyone's so lucky. Yeah. There's a lot happening. Oh yeah, temperature's going to go down by 3. That'll be great. That'll be a great thing to happen while we're inspecting the generator for problems. We have 64 engineers. And... oh, some of them are working in the watchtower. Let me free them up. We'll have them at least.
Get to work. Move, people. There's plenty to do.
Where else do we have engineers? Infirmary, where we have to have them. Wouldn't this? Yeah, there we go. That's one of the reasons why I increased storage for wood, because we can finally start. You know, we can keep. We can get back to tackling the wooden ruins that are still standing. Because we still have a fair number of ruins still standing. They're all in green now. It's not a lot, but you know, we gotta take it down. Okay. What are we doing? Who knows? Yeah, we're storing more raw food now. So, about 2 hours left. That's right, I was going to look and see where else we have engineers currently. That's a medical post. That's the workshop. That's the factory. That's another workshop. That's the infirmary. They have to be there. Just forgot what it was. I think that's another medical post. And these are all medical posts. Yeah, I mean, I have them all at medical posts, pretty much. The only thing I could do is see where there are... there might be redundancy. We don't have a lot of occupied medical posts right now, but we're going to need them when the temperature drops again. That's the problem. But I might be able to take them out of there temporarily while stuff is happening. Full Thumper, storage limit reached. Not even near there. Oh, no, not the coal pile. Understood. Okay. Yeah, our coal, we'll be accumulating a decent amount of coal. But we have room for another law. We'll have to see how this goes. So, like, anything else under adaptation? Organ transplants? The sick recover faster. That would be helpful. Let's see. Triage. A quarter of patients will die instantly. No. House of Pleasure? Huh? Hope Falls? Prostitutes are employed to further lower discontent. Dueling law? Sometimes people will be killed in a duel. Emergency shift. I might finally do this now because we have the ability to do it. Actually work longer hours because we can afford the the discontent. Deploy the prostitutes. Yes, that's that's they fulfill they fulfill a very good service. But so I might finally go ahead and do this. That could be very helpful. Well, round the clock. You have to be careful how much you do it, but right now it wouldn't be a bad idea to have it. Over here, what do we have? Foreman. Appointing responsible foreman will make sure the people work as efficiently as possible. After introducing this law, another one can be passed after 18 hours. Increases the efficiency of a workplace by 40% for 24 hours. Not terrible. That could be helpful. It's just a new ability you can ping, which costs 10 food rations. Guard stations. This is where we really start ratcheting things up a little bit. An organized militia will maintain peace and order in our city and help us deal with anyone who might threaten it. As we increase in the discipline track. Guard stations raise the hope of people living nearby, lower the discontent of people living nearby, and you can use guards to break up protests. Might not be a terrible idea to have those, because right now all we have is a neighborhood watch. But you have to build 2 guard stations. Discontent will rise slightly. The security's not a terrible idea. But before we go there, I feel like the most useful thing to do right now is going to be the emergency shift, because we'll finally be able to just keep it going, so that we can actually get more research done more quickly, or get more resources when we need them for longer. What I want to get to, though, is the extended shift. That'll actually be... it's a little more humane. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Work shift can be extended to 24 hours. Building abilities. Oh, yes. We've looked at this before, right? You unlocked a new building ability by signing a new law. Yes, we know about building abilities. We haven't had any of these in this game yet because we've been afraid. We've been trying to make our hope quota. And a little discontent now. Controversial law. Work, work, work until you die. 24 hours on the job? Insane, but that's our lot. Gathering post resources depleted. Excellent. We can now remove another gathering post. Good. Reclaim the resources. Let's see, anything else I want to do right this second before I charge into anything? Don't know. You know, the coal thumpers are making more coal than we have people for. I mean, we have the gathering post. It's just a question of getting everything together. Wharf. Okay. These are 10 people you'd use at the coal thumper. Wondering about turning this one on again. Sending people to these posts. Mayhap. We'll see how it goes. I'll be arriving at their places soon. Is there anything else I wanted to make sure I did right now? Don't know. I can't think of anything. Let's just keep going. And the sooner we figure out what's going on with the generator, the better. Okay, scouts have reached the weather station. We've played through this before. So the engineers responsible for preparing the weather forecasts welcome us as we enter the building. Explore. Ah! Call up the weathermen? The weather station is manned by several engineers who use an array of instruments to monitor the air temperature, wind force and direction, and atmospheric pressure changes. On the basis of this data, they prepare weather forecasts. We could use these engineers in the city to help with the generator, but if we close the weather station, we'll lose the weather forecasts. Well, it's going to keep getting colder, I can tell you that much, says the chief meteorologist. Site discovered frozen pond. So send the engineers to the city. Weather forecasts will no longer be available. The engineers will set out towards our city on their own. It will take longer. Bring the engineers to the city. Weather forecasts will no longer be available. The scouts will set out towards the city and bring the engineers quickly with them. Or leave the engineers at their post. We will decide what to do with the engineers later. We're going to leave the engineers at their post because we could really use those forecasts. Those are invaluable. And instead, we're going to head to this frozen pond. Because that will eventually get us to where we need to go to get more steel. This place is the only thing standing out in the endless white desert. We will head there and be there in 11 hours. Yay. Okay. That's that one. I just really want to get to the to this part so we can build the repair station. Ah, another gathering post resources are depleted. If only I could see it. There we go. Okay, good. Yeah, that's the one I just built. That happened relatively quickly. And dismantle that building. Cool, cool. We're very soon reaching a point where we will have a city without any ruins in them. That will be very cool. What's our coal storage situation? 9,000. Okay. There are a lot of things we really need. Scouts have reached the freshwater springs. Let's see what that is. That seems exciting. Raw food. Several pools are kept from freezing by springs gushing from the fissures in the rocky bottom. There are plenty of fish in the water. That's what they tell me. Okay. Explore. Unexpected bounty. That is a frozen bird. Flashes of silver shimmer from the fish as they dart between submerged boulders, nibbling algae from them. A reminder of the greener past of this place. We don't know what species they are, but fresh fish would be a welcome addition to our menu. And we discovered the site of Barren Hollow. We take 100 raw food. Cool. Outpost. Oh, we could put an outpost here to deliver 100 raw food every day. That's the thing. That is the thing we could do. Building an outpost depot allows you to assign people to work as an outpost team. We've done this before, not too long ago. I'm gonna hold out for the steel, though, the source of steel, I think. Because while this could be useful, we can only build 2 outpost depots. I'm gonna send them to the Barren Hollow. Which is, this place is the only thing standing out in the other... Okay, so it's gonna be a jumping off point for more. I wonder what this lone boulder is. I wonder if we'll ever find out what it is. Who knows? Okay, so that's done. I just saved then, right? Freshwater spring, yes. Okay. Okay, repair station has been researched. So, to build the repair station, let me get to it. Repair station, 50 wood, 20 steel, we have it. Let me take a look at this. Okay. We could fit it there. I mean, we should start building this immediately. I don't know how many engineers it takes. But there we go. So that's happening. Okay, we didn't need to clear anything out. That's good. And now let's see what we can research. There are many things. Lighter scout sleds. Using a new lighter sled design, scouts will move 50% faster. That wouldn't be bad. There's so many of these things I would like to get. You know? Coal mining optimization. Steam coal mine. We could use that. Steam steelworks would not be a bad idea. Large resource depot. That could come in real handy. A lot of stuff we could use right now. Food, health, and shelter. The house redesign would be really helpful. Infirmary checklists, that would, help a little bit. Infirmary mechanization would help free up some engineers, which we desperately need. It's too much. Industrial hothouse. Flying hunter's gear. There are too many things I want to do. Too many things. Streamline prostheses. Additional scouts. What is our situation with our steam hubs? 720 a day. The generator is only doing half that. Like, we have to do it, right? It's a third less coal that would burn. That'll be really helpful. Very soon. Steam coal mine would be great. A large resource depot would be great. You know, for when we're trying to grab up that much coal. Okay. I think house redesign will come in real handy real soon, though, also because we need to replace a lot of these with houses real soon. Too many things. Too many problems. If we do the efficiency upgrade now, I mean, we're gonna fill up on coal, though. I think. I don't know if that's gonna be the problem that comes up first. If we do that, that's gonna happen faster. Efficiency upgrade. Good lord. A lot of things here we could really use. Okay. Just spinning my wheels at this. I'm gonna do the steam coal mine first. I think that's what we really need to focus on. And then we'll do what else we can. Okay. So finally we'll be able to soon build steam coal mines. Upgrade these 3 coal mines so that we get more coal. And that's 600 coal per day. Instead of 240 coal per day. That's a lot more. So that will help. What we really need to do now is just get this built. This repair station. It's going to take about 4 more hours to build it. Okay, that's depleted. And the good news is we actually could, you know, I got used to this, but I could put them on an emergency shift if I want them to continue their research through the night. It's an interesting thought. Very interesting. Then there's a thought about building an automaton, which we have the resources for. If we did that, then we could also have things going. The advantage of having an automaton is you can keep them running through the night. There'd be a lot more research we'd have to do to get them to be able to do research through the night, because automatons can do that, but that you have to build them up a bit. You have to do automaton integration and engineer automatons to make that work. So, you know, it's a lot. I do wonder, though, if having one wouldn't be I do wonder if having one would be helpful, because then we could put one in the coal mine and that would help. Well, we'll see. Free up workers. There's a lot it could do. Okay. Another gathering post is done. This one out here. Awesome. Reclaim those resources. Where are we with our gathering posts? How many do we have left? 2. Well, actually, no. We're going to need to keep them around the course, we're going to need to keep our gathering posts going around, you know, the coal thumpers. But, out of curiosity, it's, okay, that building and those two guard towers, watchtowers, and those two watchtowers. That's it. So just we only have 3 ruins left. We're gonna completely deal with the ruins very soon. That one's about to go. As are each of these. We're about to see all of the ruins gone. I don't know if anything will happen, but it'll be nice. Okay. Steel ruins, wooden ruins. All depleted. Okay. That remove the need for, I think it does. No gatherable resources in range. Okay. Didn't ping for the gathering post. Okay, nothing happened. We can reclaim that space now, which is good. Now, I guess what we can do is, we had those gathering posts working. What we could conceivably do is, with the places where we have coal piles, we want to make sure that we could now try to do a thing where we have 2 gathering posts by each one, because that's really kind of what they're for. So this is a gathering post, and if we do a second one, then that'll do what we need. Okay. Good. Coal thumper, coal mine, coal thumper. Let's see what we have here. Have the coal pile. We have a gathering post. How many gathering posts do we have by this one? Just the one. So if we put a second gathering post by it, then that would put the coal in range. It's like right by the heater. Building here will destroy resource. Oh, okay. I mean, I need to think where else I could put it. Would that, oh, we can give this a try, I suppose. I think that's within its, just within its purview. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. Okay. Let's see. Coal thumper. We have a coal thumper here. That produces coal. Small piles of coal. You have 2 gathering posts near it already, so that's just fine. Yeah, that actually has the right number of gathering posts. Okay, and then we have this one where I have these 2 gathering posts that I built right next to it, but it's not currently operating. Any others besides these? And we come back around to this one, which I'm pretty sure. I just started building this right next to it. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Good. So that's being taken care of there. There's so much going on. We're going to be done building in less than an hour, which is great. Then I'm going to have to fill it with engineers, which is not so great. We have 1 day and 7 hours left to figure this out. Okay. 60? That's all of our engineers. Almost. That's a lot of engineers. It's a case of the more you put in, the more efficient it'll be, I guess. So, repair station, inspecting the generator. Well, we have 5 available right now. They work for 24. They work on a 24-hour shift automatically. Well, we'll put 5 in there. Efficiency is 10%. This is gonna hurt. But right now is the best time. So let's see where we can pull them from. No patients here right now. So we're going to temporarily turn off this one. And I'm gonna pull them from here. Put them in there. He was like, the only folks putting in work in this city are the children, engineers, sex workers, and the scouts. Oh, we have not signed the prostitution law yet, so they're not actually well, they're not doing it legally. They're probably still putting work in. But that's yeah, actually, we should probably just make it legal. But who knows? Anyway, what am I doing? Okay. What's happening? What is happening? Engineers, right. Yes. Engineers. Medical facilities. Alright, let's go to the next one. No patients. Great. We are pulling you out of there to work on the generator. Do you have patience? No. Neither do I. Actually, you know what? I'm also going to shut that building off. There we go. You have no patience. Pull you out of there. That's turned off. You don't have patience. Turn that building off. You have patience. You're a care house. No one works there. That's okay. Infirmary. Surely you have them. Yes. Okay, good. Care house. Yes, of course. Medical post. That's turned off, so that won't have any. Is that all of them? No. Here's one. Wait. I just turned off their heat. I didn't actually do anything. There we go. Okay. Hang on. So we're going to check. This one's functioning. Do you have any patients? No. Okay. Right now we just have the infirmary. And You know, I can try to pull people as needed. But I think I got them all, otherwise. Here's the thing, though, that I have to decide. Do I want to keep these 5 engineers here at the factory working? I think the answer is yes. Because if we can finally, because we get at least long enough to get the long enough to get these prostheses produced, because once we do that, and we have enough for all the amputees, then we can shut down, because then we won't be producing anything else. We can redistribute the engineers. For now, however, here, have 25 more engineers. That's for a total of 35. That'll help. That puts its efficiency up somewhat. Good lord. They're all still working. We've got them doing research. We've got them working in the infirmary. I cannot replace them, and I've got them making... I can't pull them from anywhere else. 66% isn't terrible. We've only got a day and 7 hours left. Diagnose whatever's going on with this thing. 11 hours, 39 minutes, it says. Okay. That's something, anyway, for the inspection to happen, anyhow. We still have to fix whatever it is. But that'll be before the temperature drops. They'll at least be done with their inspection. So we'll find out what the heck's happening. Do I want to... No. The question is about to... In another couple of hours in-game, I'm going to have to decide who I want to put on a 24-hour shift. Because there's a lot we could be doing right now. We'll have to see. You know, if I'd signed that foreman law, maybe I could have done that here. I didn't even think about that. Still people hungry, even though we've got a ridiculous amount of food rations. I can't think of anything else that I should be doing at this point. Gathering posts. Okay. Go ahead. Put some children to work. Gathering coal. Any of these others crop up suddenly? I still feel like I don't need to turn this one on yet. I've got 19 workers unemployed currently, though, so I mean, I could do more with that. You just put them here and, you know, set people to gathering. It's an interesting question. Is it a good idea? I don't know. Oh, that I never reassigned them. I just turned off their heat and I didn't reassign them. Alright, tell you what. We'll give this a try. And we'll see if the extra coal offsets the issue of getting that working. I mean, it's not really going to help much right now anyway. Oh, it's turned off. Now they're just waiting for workers, and they're not going to get there in time. But, here's the thing, though. It's about to hit nighttime. So I must decide who I want to overwork. Right now, I don't feel as though I need to do that with the coal miners. The folks gathering steel, perhaps. We have a certain amount of steel, but we could always use more. We have... I mean, the watchtowers are 24 hours. So that's fine. What are we working on right now? Steam coal mine. I think we're actually, because we need to free up these engineers, I might actually go ahead and put them on an overnight shift. And I might put one workshop on an overnight shift. 1 hour. They're almost done. Yeah, okay. I think we're gonna do that. And hope that it's, it doesn't get, it doesn't, harm anyone overly. Discontent will rise, but we're good. We have no discontent right now, so that should be fine. Okay. So they're on an emergency shift. And they're on an good lord. That's going up a lot. Maybe we should have opted for some of those other things that lower discontent. Should we build more fighting arenas? Will that be helpful? Give the people what they want. I don't see really where I could... Oh, there's a spot. It's not going to be heated, of course, so everyone's going to freeze to death if they go out there. Everyone will get sick. But we could put one here. And they're pretty cheap. Although I don't know what it says about us that we are solving some of our discontent problems by just having a bunch of fighting arenas. However, any port in a storm. Here, bread and circuses. This is terrible. Why am I doing this? How depraved. There are a bunch over here, too. But... I gotta lower that discontent. I think 3 more fighting arenas is probably just ostentatious enough. It's probably fine.
Time to rest, folks. Work's out today.
Whoop. Next problem. The last dreadnought. The chief engineer of the team investigating the cause of the generator malfunction takes you aside. He is visibly concerned. I was thinking about the last of the dreadnoughts that brought us here. The only one we haven't taken apart yet. At first it seemed we'd have to dismantle it to fix the generator. But now I think we may need it intact after all. Just in case, you know, we have to leave the city. Oh, I see. That's great. Thank you so much. No details about why that's the case. But sure, yeah. No, that's great. I appreciate that. Let's not panic anyone. I see. One wonders, 10 more hours. Oh, yeah, see, discontent's going down because of those fighting arenas. Steam coal mine researched. Excellent. Good. I am thinking about building another hothouse, actually. There's more going on here. But steam coal mine. This will be very helpful. Let us now also look to what we must do next. Like a large resource depot. Industrial hothouse. I mean, actually, again, the food resource situation, I think it'll be taken care of once we do this. Once we give the Flying Hunters better gear. House redesign. There are several things I'd just really like to do right now. If the large resource depot is next. We'll be able to start building them so that we can have more coal on hand. If the house redesign is next, we'll start building more houses, but that's also kind of a spiraling thing. I think we're gonna go for... There's so many things we could go for right now. I mean, even the heating stuff. But yeah, I think we're gonna hit the large resource depot next. I think that's the move. Because we're about to have a lot more coal than we need. For the moment. Okay, let's do it. Alright. Research! In about 9 hours, they'll be done with that. Since they're not currently in the coal mines, though, now would be an excellent time to upgrade at least one of them. We've got 4 steam cores currently. We've got 1 or 2 others that are floating around out there. At least one other. That could come to us. I'm going to go ahead and... We'll do 1. I'm trying to decide if we should do 2. That would be a lot of coal. That would... if my objective is to dismantle the coal thumpers... or stop relying on them... so that I can use those workers elsewhere... That's not a bad idea. Although, I mean, we do have we've got some, currently extra workers. Extra workers? Free workers. Workers who are free. It's a great question. We have 3 steam cores. I'm gonna want to use one. I mean, do we want to build some automatons? Yes, that's really what it's going to come down. We're going to need at least 2 coal mines. Steam coal mines. Don't know about the 3rd. We'll see. Okay. But it's free time. This is the time to do the building. So many arenas. No spectators, but people are fighting. Oh no. One of our people died. Yep. That is the risk of going 24 hours. And it was an engineer, too. We really can't spare engineers. Death of overwork. One of our people died suddenly during an emergency shift. We don't know what happened, but it's likely it was a heart attack. So ending emergency shifts will cause hope to rise slightly. And all emergency shifts currently in progress will end. But if we must make sacrifices to survive, discontent will rise. I'm going to end them for today, and now I have to decide what to do about that, because if it had just been a work... Not that engineers are, you know, better people or whatever, but we could really... That 24-hour shift, you know? How much later is it now? It's only a couple of hours since I made that choice. I'm gonna try something. That was night suit. That was... Oh my god. There were so many things I hadn't done. I don't know what they were. Just building fighting arenas, I think. That was most of it. Steam coal mine, next problem. Next problem was just them telling me about the generator. I think, yeah. We're gonna go back to here. We should stop. We should really stop. We should, yes. We're going to start our different path. Or anything else happens. Okay, so we now know I'm gonna put this one on a 24-hour shift, but I'm not gonna do the prosthetics on a 24-hour shift. I was pleased that we were making more, but we can slow things down a little. Okay. Setting the emergency shift. We will see what happens. And if someone also dies, if someone dies there, then we're gonna need to just not do all of that.
Time to rest, folks. Work's out for today.
I think we did all of our... Ah! Okay, we know what this is. The last dreadnought. He's thinking about the last dreadnought. Might need it, just in case we need to leave. I see. This is gonna be 10 hours. Still waiting on them to build this road. Yeah, I already did these things. Wanted to see if we can get the research done. Steam coal mines, here we go. CMs again. Go ahead and build 2 of them. And set our new research, which is going to be... Again, that's the large resource depot. That was the next one we wanted. Good Lord. And, just build more streets over there. Okay. Is that everything? I think it is. I can't think of anything else I was doing. Okay. Work! Work! Hopefully you're okay. That says something, that on the very... someone dies on the very first 24-hour shift that we do. Well, it is a factory. Okay, frozen pond. Here we are. A distinct spot in Frostland. We can use it as a waypoint for further exploration. Good. New landmark. Our search hasn't uncovered anything of value, but we may be able to reach some more promising locations from here. Sites discovered. Steel Bridge. Here we go. Carry on. There's nothing to do here. Send them to the Steel Bridge. They'll be there in 11 hours. That's where there's an automaton hanging out, guarding the bridge. We just gotta finish researching the cause of the problems, and then we'll meet our goal here. We have down here. Another 7.5 hours. They'll have it. I want to hang on just long enough to do that. Hey, there you go. Anywhere else need people? I don't think so. I think we're okay there. Generator query. We got another 6 hours. The generator is deteriorating. Sir, a frightened crowd has surrounded the generator, anxiously watching jets of high-pressure steam escaping from a number of places. We must find out what's happening with the generator right away. People are starting to panic. I see. Generator stress increases discontent. Oh, great. You know what? It's nighttime. Hey! You know what? It's 30%. It's nighttime. I don't have any engineers currently working. There, let me add them here. Shave off a little of that time. Unfortunately, I think all the rest are at hospitals. There are 20 engineers left that we are unaccounted for. 5 of them are working over here, overtime. 10 of them are over here. And 5 of them are here, but they're not currently doing any... Yeah, let's get them out of there and put them over here. You know, give us a little more of a chance. 67%. less than 5 hours. I'm sure everything's fine. The generator is not exploding. Everything is fine. Oh, the stress is going down again. That's good. I'm so glad we just started doing the research on how to build this thing immediately. I feel as though that was quite helpful. Good lord. Scouts have reached the barren hollow. A distinct spot in Frostland. We can use it as a waypoint for further exploration. Yeah. You know, the thing is, we're going to have another goal after this, probably, because once we find out what's wrong with the generator, we'll have to fix it. New landmark. Our search hasn't uncovered anything of value, but we may be able to reach some more promising locations from here. There's a frozen forest nearby. That sounds cool. Nothing to do here. Carry on. Okay. So we can send them to the frozen forest. They'll be there in 14 hours. Or we could send them to that lone boulder in a day and 7 hours. Now let's check this out. See what's there. It looks like a forest, however unlikely that may sound. Yeah, sure, take a look. What's the worst that could happen? Don't say that! You're right. Okay. So we've got how much longer on this? 3.5 hours, a little under that. Okay. And research. 3 hours. Gotta see what we're doing here. About 5 hours, we'll figure out the large resource depot situation. Okay, I'm gonna move myself over here. So we can see if the goals change. But I think once we figure out these goals, that may be where I'm gonna bring it to an end, since it's gonna be midnight soon, and we all know what happens when I do this. There's too much. Just too much. Okay, less than an hour to go. At E repair station. The generator report is ready. Our engineers have finished inspecting the generator. It has a catastrophic flaw. It will keep breaking down, and each malfunction will cause the stress within the generator to start rising. We'll be able to patch it up using the repair station, but these fixes will not last for long. The generator will eventually break down permanently and then explode from the rising stress. Winterhome is doomed. Ah, great. That's great news. That's wonderful. That's great. That's really great to know. Boy. Okay. The generator's dead? How are we supposed to survive without the generator? Coming here was a fool's errand. We should leave. We must save ourselves and our children. We must... Oh, God. We have to evacuate. Sir, the chief engineer says there's still hope. We didn't dismantle the last of our dreadnoughts. If we repair it, we can leave Winterhome and find another place to live. Yet people are doubtful. Where would we go? It's nothing but a frozen wasteland as far as the eye can see. Lie. I know of another city. You know no such thing, but people will believe you. Hope will rise greatly. I don't know where to go, but we have to try. People will lose heart. Work efficiency will fall by 10%. Ah! Oh boy. See, the problem is, then we have to fulfill that promise. We can increase their hope by saying we know where there's another city. That hope plunged. The hope plunged just as we were getting. But I feel like telling the truth in this situation would be better, if more difficult. Because we gotta find a new place to live. Alright. Work efficiency is gonna fall, which will be great, but we gotta do something. I'm gonna go with this for now. This will be great. We have to try. Prepare the evacuation. Our only option is to evacuate as many people as possible using the dreadnought we didn't fully dismantle. We first have to build an evacuation center. Then we have to send engineers to refit the dreadnought. We'll need steel and steam cores to convert decks into cabins for people on board and food rations to feed them through the journey. Oh, wow. Okay. Try for what? There's nothing but snow and ice for hundreds of miles. We're fucked. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, there we have it. We have goals for the evacuation center. I'm going to redo this part at the beginning, I think, next time, so that we can get into it. Just not redo as in go back and change anything, but to review this information. But we have 13 days to build the evacuation center and then have engineers on the dreadnought site. We need 25 of them. Evacuation center talks about sends transports to the dreadnought of people and the resources required to establish the cabins and provisions. Click on the tabs and use the buttons to change the composition of the transport. Ooh, this is complicated. Well, not that complicated, but it's interesting. It's a new set of things to learn. Send the transport, click the send button. Wow, okay. So that'll be new stuff to learn. And we're hitting it at a time when the evacuation center is like allows us to send people and resources to the dreadnought. I mean, that's like a first goal, right? And like we'd put it like there. Out of curiosity, where does the outpost depot go? The second outpost depot. Oh, good lord. Do we not have a spot for a second outpost depot? I had assumed this whole time that we would have a spot for a second outpost depot. We do not. We have the one outpost depot, and that's it. Ah, good lord. Okay. Well, that tells us something. All this time, I thought I kept seeing that we had we had the ability to build an outpost depot, and I thought that was the thing we could do. Okay, well, maybe not. But there's a spot for an evacuation center right next to the one that's existing. Okay, good to know. And new laws are available, like extended shifts. That'd be real popular right now. Foreman, not a terrible idea, looking better. Guard stations. We will explore all these options next time. Look at that! Hope is down so far! Discontent is way up. Alright. Ah! Okay. Well, there we are. An interesting note to end on for the evening. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. That is quite a lot. All right. We'll start that up. We get this going. Hello. Well, the scenario is called The Fall of Winterhome. So, we get to actually see it fall. Here I was imagining that maybe the reason it was called The Fall of Winterhome was because there'd been riots and they'd thrown out the last captain, so it was as though the city had fallen. And, someone playing through had just lost the game. And you were coming in right after them. But no! We're about to witness the fall of Winterhome. And we'll do that next time I play this. Which will be sometime soon, because as we are all, I think, painfully aware, I am terribly addicted to this game. Thank you all so much for watching. A heck of a thing. Today is... what day is it anymore? It's Thursday. It's Thursday! So tomorrow is Friday, so tomorrow we have our game of Trail of Cthulhu going on, run by Pope. He's going to be here. And running the tabletop game Trail of Cthulhu. We're playing in the Bookhounds of London campaign framework. And so we're all terrible people trying to do terrible things to prevent the world from ending. Possibly. We'll see what happens there. And then let me see. So a week from today, if all is well, and Lucci's available, we're going to start a text adventure, another text adventure, Enchanter, which is the sort of the sequel series to the Zork trilogy. And so we're going to be playing that because we finished Suspended last time. And so we're just continuing along throughout the history of Infocom for most of it, the main highlights. So most of the games, if we're able to. And in between, maybe then and now, I might play this again. We'll see. We want to watch Winterhome fall. I was not expecting that. I was not really expecting that. But I mean, the moment that they had the engineers there saying, "Oh, I'm pretty glad the Dreadnought's still active," I'm like, we're gonna have to do something with that Dreadnought, aren't we? And I guess we have our answer. Very glad I didn't dismantle it. I wondered why they left it sitting out there. Now we know. Thank you all so much, folks. This is a delight. We're gonna go say hi to somebody. There are a number of people streaming right now, and so we're gonna go and wave at them. feel free to hang on if you're so inclined and say hi to them with us. That'll be when we hit the end card. But in the meantime, folks, please remember, you're unique, and that is wonderful, because variety is very important, and you matter. Please remember to take care of yourselves. And I will see you all of a sudden.